Hello, Patriots. This is Shoestring back. I'm doing my Part 2 review of the KA-500 Voyager emergency radio. I already did the opening and the unboxing in my Part 1. This is the second part where I actually took the radio, opened it up, started using some of it, and I'm going to walk through with all of you what I learned. Now, start with the back. When you first unbox the radio, it says you should open up the back, which I did, and plug in the backup battery, which I did. You plugged it in right there. It goes in real easily. Then you should let it charge for 4 to 6 hours, the manual says, which, of course, I did. Once I did that, the radio worked just fine. Took it, turned it on. Real easy to do. You come down here to where it says off, turn it on.
Clean fun. If you were someone you know has a gambling
problem,
you
can hear that, nice and smooth.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available.
Now we're going to look at the crank of the radio. As you can see, it comes open pretty easily, and it actually turns quite well. See, the light comes on while I'm turning it. You can see that it says that it's charging. I have found a minute and a half of cranking gives you 5 to 10 minutes of actual radio time. And I think for this type of crank radio, that is really good. And it's really impressive, and it's not too difficult to make work. So that's the crank portion. You have the internal battery. You have the crank, which works. The internal battery, as I said, works really, really well so far since we've had it. The solar panel. It's a small solar panel connected right here. Put it up into the sun, which isn't difficult to do, but I have to admit it was disappointing. The solar panel will charge the radio a little, but not enough to make any real difference. And I would not rely on this if I needed to in an emergency situation. I'd carry your own batteries, use the internal backup, or the crank. But it is there. Maybe someone else can get it to work better than I did. The antenna works just fine. Goes up and down simple. I went through the whole radio. Didn't find any cracks. Didn't find anything that was broken. And it seems to be fairly well made for a $35 radio. So, in the end, Shoestring thinks this is a good value for your money. If you need an emergency radio, and also just a regular radio you want to back up in case power goes out and you need one, Shoestring would recommend this radio. So remember, if you like these, please subscribe and share. Shoestring out.